This program is paid for by Metro Car Company, Blue Chip Talent, Marvin's Mechanical Museum, Lawrence Technological University, Northwestern Tech, Planning for Your Future, Hungry Howie's, and Yellow Flag Productions. Here at Authentic Michigan, we're going behind the scenes to see, learn, and experience the best Michigan has to offer. From the streets of Detroit's industrial district to the shores of Lake Superior, Authentic Michigan is going to take you on a fun tour across our great state. Hello fellow Michiganders, I'm Kiera Hay and thanks for tuning into Authentic Michigan, a show that's guaranteed to take you on a fun journey through our beautiful state and maybe learn a thing or two along the way. Let's get started. Since 1932, movie lovers have gathered to celebrate their love of cinema at film festivals around the world. Today, there are literally thousands of these events that range from the ultra-glamorous red carpets of Cannes in the French Riviera to the laid-back indie spirit of Sundance in the mountains of Park City, Utah. Did you know that Michigan is home to several prestigious film festivals? Here are just a few of our favorites. Founded in 1963, the Ann Arbor Film Festival is one of the oldest film festivals in the U.S., and it's the world's premier showcase for experimental filmmakers. George Lucas, Andy Warhol, Yoko Ono, and many others have all screened their works at the Ann Arbor Film Festival. Once this week-long event wraps in March, the best of the fest head out on a global tour. This is a must for the adventurous moviegoer. On the other end of the cinematic spectrum is the Three Stooges Film Festival, held twice a year at the historic Redford Theater. This celebration of slapstick brings out fans young and old to what is routinely Redford's highest attended event. The beautifully restored venue is one of the Mitten's oldest continually operating movie palaces, which makes it the perfect place to see these black and white comedy classics. Next up is a small Grand Rapids festival that leaves audiences screaming in dreadful delight. Since 2006, Thriller Chiller has brought the best new and classic horror, sci-fi, and action films to our state. The DIY attitude of the organizers and the charm of the wealthy theater make this a one-of-a-kind event that fans of cult films shouldn't miss. The highest profile festival in the state is the Traverse City Film Festival, which was founded in 2005 by the controversial Academy Award winner Michael Moore. The festival schedule includes everything from Hollywood crowd pleasers to obscure documentaries. Thanks to Traverse City's reputation as one of America's best summer vacation spots, many famous filmmakers are on hand to screen their films to fans that turn out in droves to the many venues scattered throughout town. So no matter where your cinematic tastes lie, the Great Lakes State is a great place to attend a film festival. Michigan is also a great place to eat pizza. So now we're going to find out how a local businessman became one of the most successful pizza makers in the country. Did you know that 4 of America's biggest pizza chains are Michigan companies? One of them is Hungry Howie's Pizza, which was founded by restaurateur Jim Hearn.
In the early 70s, I delivered pizzas for Jim. I was 16, 17 years old, just getting out of high school, and Jim was a mentor to me, so we nicknamed him Howie, after the richest man in the world in the 60s, Howard Hughes. Jim was trying to come up with a name for his new pizza place that he was going to open in February of 1973. When I was at Eastern Michigan, the most happening restaurant on campus was called Hungry Charlie's. And I thought of Hungry Charlie's. The old nickname we had for Jim was Howie, and that's where Hungry Howie's name came from. So in February of 1973, Jim opened the first Hungry Howie's Pizza on Telegraph Road in Taylor, Michigan.
A few years later, they added a second location, and with the help of family and friends, they opened nearly a dozen other locations throughout the late 1970s.
And in 1980, we began the process to franchise Hungry Howie's Pizza. And in 1983, we awarded our first franchise. Right in the 1983 timeframe that we began to franchise, the idea of flavored crust pizza surfaced. We were playing with different crusts with sesame seed and Parmesan, and we made the decision that flavored crust pizza would be the niche for Hungry Howie's Pizza.
And it worked, because Flavor Crust helped propel the incredible growth of Hungry Howie's.
We got to 100 stores in the late 80s. We continued into 200, 300 stores into the 90s. Actually had a couple of years that, we were opening 30, 40 stores a year. And as we crossed into 2000, we approached 500 locations.
In 2013, Jim Hearn passed away at the age of 72. But his legacy lives on thanks to Hungry Howie's Pizza, which was recently ranked as the 12th largest pizza company in the country. All right, we're going to shift gears a little bit now and see how a worldwide phenomenon is taking hold right here in Michigan. Esports is the fastest growing sport in the world. There's projected to be 589 million players by the year 2020. In the spring of 2017, 16 teams representing high schools from around the Metro Detroit area competed in the first ever League of Legends high school single-day tournament.
When it comes to League of Legends, at least, you have 5 different positions that you can play. We have a support, an ADC, which are both in the bot lane. You have the mid laner, the jungler, who kind of influences the whole entire map, and then the top laner, who's just at the top.
It was a huge success, and hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship money were given out to the winners.
Oh, it's unbelievable. We loved it last year. This was our greatest experience.
It's our second year.
We had second year with these guys. They're like our brothers.
All original members. Oh, cool.
Yeah, all original members. It's great.
We love to be back, and we're coming for the finals.
In 2018, eSports Michigan created an 8-week virtual league with 32 schools competing throughout Michigan. From the UP to the Ohio border, eSports was now officially a sport in the state of Michigan. The top 16 teams were invited to a 2-day competition with even more scholarship money for the grand prize.
I know all of us had a really fun time. I mean, we definitely made it farther than we thought we did. We had some really close matches throughout the entire tournament. And, I mean, it was just an overall good experience for all of us.
Yeah, I feel like this is a really great competition because people they play this at home and they have fun, right? But when it comes to actual competition, it's just the hype around it and meeting people that have the same interests and talking to them about it. It's just really fun, and you get to meet new people, make new friends, and then at the end you can try to win and take it all home.
I gotta be honest, I don't know what was going on, but it looked like fun. It's time now for our first break, but don't go anywhere. We have more great stories from around the state coming up next.
Experience Metro Car Company, the home of the no-pressure sales approach. Shop online at metrocarco.com from our wide selection of ultra-clean pre-owned vehicles, all at wholesale prices. View over 30 photos per vehicle, see the Carfax, get pre-approved, and schedule a test drive. Metro Car Company was built on referrals and repeat business with great cars, prices, and people. Get your next car at metrocarco.com.
Are you stuck in your job? Getting frustrated playing the waiting game for the next opportunity to advance your career? Let Blue Chip Talent help. As an award-winning talent acquisition company, our specialty is matching candidates with careers in IT and engineering. At Blue Chip Talent, we take a laser-focused approach to reaching your career goals. We have access to jobs you won't find anywhere else to help advance your career faster and easier. Plus, we take care of you. Employees receive industry-leading benefits and competitive perks. Don't waste another minute worrying, because we are ridiculously good at advancing careers.
Did you know that one of the world's most unusual museums is right here in Metro Detroit?
That's right.
Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum is home to thousands of mechanical oddities,
many of them rare and one of a kind.
Did you know they also have the area's largest pinball collection?
Oh yeah!
Plus, they have the best classic 80s video arcade games
and countless new ones.
Have your next party at Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum.
Or just stop by today to have some fun.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Welcome back to Authentic Michigan. Did you know that our state has some of the most successful high school robotics teams in the nation? Well, they brought their worldwide competition right here to Detroit. Let's check it out. High school robotics grows each year all over the world. And for the first time ever, Michigan hosted the FIRST Robotics World Championship. This event brought 700 teams to Detroit to compete, and over 100 of those teams were from the state of Michigan, which has over 500 high school robotics teams. FIRST was created in 1989 by inventor Dean Kamen. He created FIRST to inspire young people to pursue education and career in science, technology, engineering, and math.
In the first year of FIRST, we had one event in a high school gym in Manchester, New Hampshire with 20-some-odd teams. This year, we have over 60,000 schools around the world in 160 events, and the World Championship here has more than 41,000 people attending.
High school students spend all year building their remote-controlled robots and go head-to-head against one another on the playing field. Each match consists of 2-minute rounds where robots have to perform several functions. This year, they had to pick up and load cubes onto 3 scales and into a vault. The final challenge consists of climbing the tower at the end of the match.
So clearly the World Championship is special in that we've got 25 states and about 40 countries represented here. It has a really nice international feel, as well as giving kids an opportunity to meet kids from all over their country and all over the world.
The World Championship is the biggest celebration of STEM for students and a great opportunity to get people involved in robotics.
Meeting all these new people from all these different places like Canada and all that, so it's really cool.
You could see teams from China, and you might have a language barrier there. Like, for example, we had some Canadian French teams, and we didn't know how to speak French, so it was kind of difficult for us to communicate with them.
They were very friendly, very helpful, and the atmosphere here was way better than at home.
There's so many different people at such a bigger scale, and it's just, I guess, a lot more fun for me personally.
The World Championship will be back in Detroit through 2020. Ford Motor Company is one of the many great sponsors of FIRST Robotics, and they went public earlier this year about their plan on restoring a beautiful historical site. We were there for the announcement. As quoted by Dan Austin, nothing symbolizes Detroit's grandiose rise and spectacular fall like the Michigan Central Station. In 1913, when the Michigan Central Station first opened its doors, Detroit was considered the land of opportunity. People from all over the world flocked to Detroit to work in the automobile industry. At its peak, the train station would transport up to 4,000 people daily. And at its opening, the Central Station was the tallest and considered the finest train station in the country. Marble floors, bronze chandeliers, and 68-foot Corinthian columns were some of the standout features. But, just like the city of Detroit, the train station fell on hard times. The last train left Michigan Central Station in 1988. What was once a symbol of prosperity and hope became a reminder of Detroit's demise. The train station was left vacant for decades, with theft and vandalism becoming the new normal. Fast forward to today, Detroit is experiencing a renaissance. News of Ford Motor Company purchasing the Michigan Central Station sent shockwaves of excitement through the city. On June 19, 2018, Ford announced their plans for the building by hosting a community celebration open to the public. Hundreds of people gathered on the front lawns while Bill Ford explained that the building will be used as a transportation mobility cloud, where Ford will be working on the latest and greatest technology for autonomous and electric vehicles. The multi-purpose building will also be used for office space, retail, and residential housing. Renovations will begin shortly, and they're hoping for a grand opening in 2022. Next, we visited another group that's helping to make the city of Detroit a better place for our four-legged friends. Nothing can brighten a gloomy day like tail wags and sloppy kisses from man's best friend. It's estimated that 44% of households in the United States own a dog. Detroit Dog Rescue wants to remind people to adopt, not shop.
Our mission is basically to aid the city of Detroit in rescuing and rehabilitating abused, neglected, abandoned dogs. Our shelter is kind of like a training facility. It's closed to the public. We train the dogs in there, we work with them, and then when a dog is ready, finally ready, we do these fun adoption events.
Detroit Dog Rescue helps around 5,000 dogs a year. Their dedicated staff and compassionate volunteers work around the clock to give these dogs the second chance they deserve.
Our volunteers are, absolutely amazing. Detroit Dog Rescue runs off of 400 volunteer hours per week. So we always need volunteers to come down for feeding, walking, all of, bathing dogs, transporting, all of that fun stuff. So if anyone wants to volunteer, they just go to DetroitDogRescue.com.
DDR's mission is to make Detroit a no-kill city. So aside from rescuing and adopting out animals, they also take time to educate the future.
We have our Speak Up program where we go to the Detroit public schools and we talk to kids about animal welfare. Because I can take dogs out of Detroit animal control all day, but if I don't get to the root level of the problem, then I'm going to be doing this until I'm 105 years old.
There are 3.3 million dogs that enter animal shelters every year, and it's places like Detroit Dog Rescue that are helping to rehabilitate and love the animals that were once abandoned. So if you're thinking about adding a four-legged member to your family, be sure to visit your local animal shelter, because those animals could sure use a forever home.
Oh, this is so cute. Guys, don't go anywhere. There's more Authentic Michigan coming up after the break.
My name is Tanya, and I'm a service technician at Lennox National Account Services. If I hadn't gone to Northwestern Tech, I feel like I would have definitely been underprepared. I didn't really know anything before I started school. I love learning how things work. I love being that person to come and kick the heat on for someone who's been freezing all day. And every time I see somebody on Facebook say, they're looking for a job, I always comment and say, go to Northwestern Tech. It changed my life.
Northwestern Tech, the HVAC school that works.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's. Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
We've been doing this fundraiser for about 4 years, and it's the easiest and best and most profitable fundraiser they have in Michigan.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
You've worked hard to raise your family and build a happy life for them. Don't let unforeseen circumstances jeopardize everything you've built. Planning for Your Future is a law firm that makes it easy and affordable to protect your family with estate planning, wills, trusts, deeds, power of attorney, minor and elder care. The experts at Planning for Your Future will meet with you, prepare your documents, and make sure you understand what each does. So contact Planning for Your Future today to set up your free phone consultation, because your future begins now.
Thanks for sticking around and welcome back to Authentic Michigan. Up next, we visited one of the most successful exhibits ever at the Detroit Institute of Arts. Of course, I'm talking about Star Wars and the power of costume.
As usual, the DIA has all kinds of things to offer for just about everybody in the family. But this summer, the Star Wars exhibition is, we think, going to be bringing in audiences who may never have either visited the DIA or haven't been here for many years. There are references within Star Wars to arts and culture from all periods, and we link those directly to specific items here in the DIA's collection. For example, Darth Vader's helmet certainly suggests and is certainly based on the classic Japanese samurai helmet. We have one in our collection, and the label for Darth Vader refers you to that so that you can go visit it after you've seen the exhibition. We've had a film series running here for 45 years that's been fantastically successful, but to be celebrating the cinema within the galleries of the DIA is, I think, a wonderful moment for the museum's history. One of the things we're excited about is that they are indeed going off to explore other parts of the DIA. They're not just coming to Star Wars and leaving the building. They're seeing that there is so much that is designed here for people's enjoyment and study and pleasure, and for families to discover and enjoy together. We think that Star Wars and the Power of Costume will act as a kind of gateway, an entrance to the world of museums and the world of art, to make people realize that it shouldn't be a standoffish, elitist experience. It should be an experience for everyone, because art is for everyone. And what it says right on the front of this building, built in 1927, was that it was here for the knowledge and enjoyment of the people of the city of Detroit.
If you'd rather dress up in costume than just look at them, then you need to mark your calendars for the Michigan Renaissance Festival. One of the most anticipated annual events in the Mitten is the Michigan Renaissance Festival held in Holly. The RenFest recreates a 16th century experience for visitors with the sights and sounds of a 17-acre village, complete with building reproductions of Renaissance shops, taverns, and a castle. Continuous entertainment takes place on the streets and on 17 stages, featuring full contact armored jousting, comedy and theater shows, music, games, people-powered rides, and more. Plenty of options for food, both period and modern, and more than 300 artisans displayed their gallery-quality work that just adds to the fun. The Michigan Renaissance Festival attracts more than 250,000 visitors from Michigan, surrounding states, and Canada. Visitors are encouraged to dress up and get into the spirit and character of the times. And in addition to the usual attractions, each weekend has a theme such as the Highland Fling, the High Seas Adventure, and the Wonders of the World.
The RenFest may be over, but we're sure not. There's more Authentic Michigan coming up after the break.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, but we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Experience Metro Car Company, the home of the no-pressure sales approach. Shop online at metrocarco.com from our wide selection of ultra-clean pre-owned vehicles, all at wholesale prices. View over 30 photos per vehicle, see the Carfax, get pre-approved, and schedule a test drive. Metro Car Company was built on referrals and repeat business with great cars, prices, and people. Get your next car at metrocarco.com.
Are you stuck in your job? Getting frustrated playing the waiting game for the next opportunity to advance your career? Let Blue Chip Talent help. As an award-winning talent acquisition company, our specialty is matching candidates with careers in IT and engineering. At Blue Chip Talent, we take a laser-focused approach to reaching your career goals. We have access to jobs you won't find anywhere else to help advance your career faster and easier. Plus, we take care of you. Employees receive industry-leading benefits and competitive perks. Don't waste another minute worrying, because we are ridiculously good at advancing careers.
Did you know that one of the world's most unusual museums is right here in Metro Detroit?
That's right.
Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum is home to thousands of mechanical oddities,
Many of them rare and one of a kind.
Did you know they also have the area's largest pinball collection?
Oh yeah!
Plus, they have the best classic 80s video arcade games
And countless new ones.
Have your next party at Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum.
Or just stop by today to have some fun. Welcome back to Authentic Michigan. Let's continue on our journey. Music and Michigan go hand in hand, so it comes to no surprise that art festivals attract thousands of music lovers every year. Here are a few of our favorites. One of the newest festivals to emerge from Michigan is Mopop. For the past 5 years, Mopop has brought an eclectic lineup of artists to the D, making it an experience you don't want to miss. I'm talking hip-hop to rock and everything in between.
Festival goers can jam out to their favorite indie musical acts, all while enjoying the beautiful view from the Detroit riverfront. So, if you're like me and enjoy many different styles of music, this festival is perfect for you. The next festival is not for the faint of heart. Electric Forest is a 2-weekend, 8-day festival in Rothbury, Michigan. The psychedelic and trippy atmosphere will make you feel like you have entered into a completely different world, filled with good vibes and free thinkers. This camping music festival is also seen as part carnival and part circus, so don't just come in jeans and a tank. These festival goers go all out with costumes and makeup. Over 180 acts play on more than half a dozen stages. It's really an amazing sight to see. If you love country music, Faster Horses is a dream come true. All the best country music acts head to Brooklyn, Michigan for a 3-day festival. Attendees camp out at night and party all day long. Music is at the center, but Faster Horses offers so much more. There's a huge campfire kickoff, a Faster Humans race, there's line dancing, arcade games, yard games, and so much more. Lastly, we head back to Detroit, also known as Techno City, to cover the Movement Festival. Detroit is the birthplace of techno music, so it's only right that Movement is one of the longest-running dance music events in the world. Movement is Detroit's flagship music festival. The 3-day event always takes place on Memorial Weekend. The main stage is on Detroit's Hart Plaza, but there are events and parties scattered all throughout the city. So, if you're a fan of techno or hip-hop, this is the festival for you.
For our last segment of the show, we head back to Brooklyn, Michigan to mark 50 years of high-speed auto action.
One of the country's nicest NASCAR racetracks is right here in Michigan. Of course, I'm talking about the Michigan International Speedway. In 2018, MIS will be celebrating 50 years of racing. Lawrence H. LePatin was the visionary behind MIS. He built the track in 1967, and the first race took place on October 13, 1968. Since then, MIS has hosted a number of historic races and legendary drivers. Did you know that Cale Yarborough is the driver who has led the most laps in MIS history? He tops the list with 1,308 laps. Or that Jeff Gordon currently holds the track qualifying record at MIS with 206.558 miles per hour in 2014. The Michigan International Speedway is also a NASCAR fan favorite. Many people will tell you that there is never a dull moment. Parking is always free, and it opens 2 hours before the race, which makes way for the best tailgating. If you love NASCAR, you love speed, and MIS has the fastest racetrack in NASCAR, giving fans and drivers the ultimate rush. Before the year's over, make sure you head to the track to partake in all the events going on to celebrate their 50th anniversary.
Thanks for joining us on our journey through this beautiful state that we get to call home. I hope you enjoyed the show.